Hey everybody, welcome to the Standout Fragrance channel. Thank you so much for being here. You've come to the right place for sure. If you're new to my channel, feel free to like, comment, and all those things, as we always do here at the Standout Fragrance channel, and that notification bell, of course. So let's jump straight into the review. But before I do that, please let me know if you like this presentation more. It saves me so much time without doing the intro and the outro and the music, especially with my current situation. So let's jump straight into the review. Today we'll be talking about Mugler's Pure Tonka. Now, Pure Tonka is a flanker, and it's a flanker of the original Amen. There's quite a few of them. Pure Malt is a beloved fragrance, and Pure Havane, and they're really good fragrances, especially in the designer world. But is this one special? Is this one, should it get any attention? Let's talk about it. So, Pure Tonka, of course, it has a, original bottle, but this is a decant. And again, I encourage y'all to do decants. If you, want to try fragrance out, just get a smaller amount. See if you really want to buy the full presentation and everything. So, and sometimes the prices aren't bad either. If you find somebody who's willing to, kind of hand over some of the deal they got, when they split it. So, Pure Tonka by Mugler is a gourmand through and through. Guys and gals, this is a gourmand that is a standout one in the designer world. Now, again, we talk about designers compared to niche and indie a lot, but this one is a really standout fragrance, I think, for a lot of people. A gourmand fragrance is a fragrance that smells kind of like food, or smells kind of, I guess you could say, tasty. It just makes you envision or think of something that could be quite delicious, and this fragrance really does it. So let's talk about that. This fragrance, it has an opening that has a lot of coffee. Even though this fragrance is Pure Tonka, I feel like it has a good amount of coffee, and the coffee is really what gives this fragrance a lot of character. It does the opening with the coffee, it still kind of lingers throughout the fragrance and gives this fragrance kind of an edge to it. Helps the fragrance have definitely some needed character. So the Tonka is kind of vanillic, a little bit woody like it can be, but of course they managed to make it well-rounded, very rich. This fragrance isn't a sugar bomb, but it is sweet. It is on the sweeter side for sure, but because of the richness, and it's balanced out with coffee, which just gives the composition a really nice nature. And of course the DNA with a little bit of a caramel smell and a little bit of tar, kind of like a little bit of a burnt rubber smell, kind of in the best way. So this fragrance is often said to have the least amount of that DNA. Perhaps for me personally, that is why I like this one perhaps the best out of the line. Pure Malt and Pure Havane are great fragrances, and I'll do individual reviews, I think, of those in the future. But Pure Tonka, if I had to put the smell into a scene, or kind of, if I had to make a little story for you that you can imagine, I compared this one to sitting in front of a smoky, old-fashioned fire with the wood crackling in front of you with a nice warm blanket, and you just brought yourself some hot cocoa, and that's had some coffee rounds dusted on top of it, just some little coffee dust, and as a sweetener, instead of sugar in that coffee, you used caramel, and you got that fire going, and perhaps for some reason you threw a little bit of rubber in there. So you got that burning rubber smell. That's how I would say this fragrance smells. It's quite a alluring fragrance. It's quite a beautiful fragrance. Let's talk about the performance and the projection, and then we'll talk about the compliment and the people factor, and then we'll talk about if we should buy the fragrance or would I recommend it. So Pure Tonka gives me, honestly, about 5 or 6 hours. Sometimes, maybe it's my imagination, I think I get 7 hours out of it. So, this fragrance actually isn't a very strong performer on my skin. That kind of shocked me. because this fragrance actually projects very well. So for the first hour or so, it projects very well, even monstrously. And then it slowly becomes a skin scent, not quickly. So you get good performance overall. This fragrance, though, only lasts, and in my experience, six hours or so, maybe 7. So for a Gourmand fragrance, that's not the best performance. But if you were to give this fragrance even longer longevity, then the projection might be even more monstrous, and it might be more off-putting. So I think they played some balance here. I can't knock Mugler for what they did. So this fragrance is still approachable, and it's not going to be offensive because it projects so well. This is a fragrance. You have to be easy on the sprayer. I would recommend 2 sprays. In the cold winters, maybe 3. And in the summer, because of the complex composition, if you're indoors, I think you could get away with 1, maybe 2 if you're adventurous. But if you're outside in the heat, in my opinion, this is a no-go fragrance. So this fragrance compliment factor is actually amazing. This one will get you really good compliments and attention. I think similar to Pure Malt and Pure Havane, but this one has a little bit more character, so it's going to appeal a little bit less to some and a little bit more to others. If I had to give you a comparison to another fragrance, I would say that this almost smells, without the floral side, to a masculine version of Black Opium by YSL. Now, if you like that fragrance for ladies as much as I do, this is a knockout fragrance. So I love this fragrance. Let's talk about what I recommend it. It gets the compliments. The performance really is there overall. So would I recommend it? At discounters, guys, for about $45 or so. That's at discounters. If you were to pay full retail, it'd be about $80. So $45 or so for a good performing, very good fall and winter fragrance overall is nothing to scoff at. The price is good, if not great. The performance and everything is there, and the smell is spectacular, really, for what it is. But again, if you're really into fragrances, if you're a niche head or aficionado, like some of us can be, this fragrance does not smell the most natural up close. But if you give, or perhaps it feels a little bit chaotic if you smell it up close. But if you let it linger in the air, it is a beautiful fragrance. It is a standout fragrance. I really do recommend this fragrance if you're not adventurous into the niche world. Now, if you're already into special fragrances, really expensive fragrances, private blends, exclusive collections, you're probably going to find a Gourmand that's more natural and speaks more to you personally. But for a designer fragrance and for a Gourmand that in my opinion, it can be pulled off by a confident lady. I'm not saying that a lady couldn't wear it, but I feel like this is a Gourmand that is more for men. This one, guys, if you wanted your Gourmand fix, a really sweet fragrance, and you smelled something like pink sugar or something sweet off a lady and said, can I ever get a fragrance besides maybe Ultramall that is, has coffee and woods and vanilla and beautiful notes like that I could pull off? I think this one is it. It's a wonderful fragrance. If I could give this one a rating, I think I'd give it a solid 8.5. A lot of people love it. I think that anybody just about who smelled it thinks it's a wonderful fragrance, but sometimes they think it's only winter appropriate, that it might be a little bit hard to wear. So, guys and gals, let me know if you've smelled Pure Tonka. Let me know what you think about it. As you can see, I have a high opinion of it, but let me know your opinion down below. We all have our opinion. Let me know if this fragrance smells great to you. But thank you so much for being here today at the Standout Fragrance channel. If you stuck around with me to the end, why not hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified of my newest videos, and of course like and comment, even share the video. But Again, I thank you for watching this review. Let me know what you think of this fragrance and my review. Until next time, guys and gals, this is the Standout Fragrance channel, and I'll see you then. Bye.